Qu'est-ce que c'est?
You want me to run away? Because I will.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Star Trek.
Star Treks.
He's like, we were doing sound check, and I was like, A, B, C. I don't even know what you said.
A, B, C, D, F, G. And I was like, that's like Star Treks. And she was like,
Star Trek.
But I meant to say Star Trek. Star Trek, the theme song to Star Trek, but I kept saying Star Treks. Star Trek. Which then I realized Star Trek is just a dance club down the street where all the celebrities go to do topless dancing. Star Treks.
And he calls pillows pillows.
There's no such thing as Star Treks.
And he calls milk milk. And he calls wolves woofs.
Maybe my diphthong never formed. Maybe my palate never quite cohesed. Because I say pillow, milk, and then what's the other one? Wolves.
You're just like scared to say
milk,
pillow.
Well, how do you say it? How do you say it?
Pillow.
Pillow.
Not pillow. You're saying P-E-L-L. Pell. Like I fell. It's not fellow.
Hey, fellow.
It's pillow.
Pillow.
Like you take a pill.
Pillow.
And then say O at the end.
Pillow.
Yeah. Basic phonics 101.
Pillow.
Pillow.
I sleep on the pillow.
So milk.
I drink milk while sleeping on the pillow.
Like there's a certain ilk.
I sound natural.
Ilk.
Elk.
Remember Electric Company?
Ilk. Milk. Anna. Jenna.
Ass.
Hole.
Asshole.
Milk. Pillow.
No.
Elk. Milk.
No, that's an elk with an M. Not there, like an ilk with an M.
I don't know where I learned it that way, but that's how I said. And then what's the other one you said?
Wolf.
Wolf.
Didn't you say woof?
Wolf. Woof.
Or there was something else you said.
Wolf. No, I don't say wolf.
Was it wolves?
Wolves.
You know how to say wolves.
I know how to say wolves.
Oh, there was another one that milk. There's milk, pillow, and there was another one that didn't have to do with an sound. I think you must have missed the day they did
Yeah, I wasn't there that day.
Or that month. That was probably during that period of time when you got kicked out of one school before you got into the next one.
That's true. I got kicked out of a couple of schools.
Why?
Well,
I don't understand.
Here's what happened.
You could get kicked out of a school. You having trouble playing well with others? What?
I played fine with the other kids. I know. There was a teacher that grabbed my wrist.
Oh, that's awful.
To get me to go somewhere or do something, and she grabbed, like that spot. Did
you reflex and punch her?
Yeah, I punched her. And I got kicked out. I kicked her. I kicked
the teacher.
Yeah. Sometimes I need to be kicked.
I mean, I was in preschool. I don't know what grade you were in.
5th grade.
Yeah, that's different.
That's not much more. I mean, I wasn't like a high schooler. I was a kid.
That's like 11 years old.
She grabbed my wrist. It's really scary, that little part. Because I had this idea. That if you grab right there, you could cut off the blood and then you'll die.
Oh, and then you freaked out.
Yeah, I was like, I even still to this date, it's like an itchy spot on me. Like, It's really weird. I think...
You're tense and nervous, psycho killer.
I can't relax. Don't touch me. I'm a real live wire. Say something once, why say it again? That line makes
you are so that.
Oh God,
that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Good for you. Hey, you married a psycho killer. Kiss ka say.
So awesome.
We just got back from a little Hawaii adventure, and it was really, really a lot of fun. The Elfmans actually wasn't the family. It was Jenna and Bodhi went.
Yes, it was only the second time that you and I had been away from our children in 8.5 years.
Since our first kid was born.
We'd been away once together without our kids to New
York
night. For like one night. And that was it.
Yeah, we had done oh my God, it's loud crunching. Yeah, we had done one night. So we went
it was kind of nice to like actually say hello to your spouse without interruption. And carry on a conversation without interruption.
It was amazing. And we did really, really good. We didn't have vacation fighting, which used to happen.
No, we had one moment. No, we had two moments.
At the end.
We had one moment when we were like trying to get some work done, remember?
What was that?
When I was trying to get us to focus. We were sitting on the deck.
I don't remember it as an argument. I got that you just were trying to get me to focus because I was trying to do too many things at once. You would call it as an argument?
Oh, yeah, it was annoying and painful.
Oh, God. Here's our Hawaiian Isle water.
It's actually refilled from the... What's it called?
It's from the plane still.
No, from the...
Filter.
What is that? Starts with a B? That little filter water that... You know, the little container you put tap water in. It's just Bjorda. What's it called? Brita!
What are you talking about?
We Brited our water bottles.
Yeah. Because,
You said it's our Hawaiian Isle water. I was like, it's actually Brita.
But from a Hawaiian tap.
But from a beautiful
From a
Hawaiian
Hawaiian
mountain from the well.
It was from the earth.
That's true.
It was
It's
Hawaiian.
even cleaner than the Hawaiian Isles.
Yeah, it was
original
amazing.
Plastic.
So we did really good with our vacation.
We did.
Until the very end on the way back.
Opposites attract. That's the theme of us.
Jenna wanted to do all of her business. Let me ask you guys
There's
a question.
two sides to this story.
Yeah,
So it's a Team Bodhi, Team Jenna. You let us know.
I want to know what you guys think about this, and especially our friend behind the camera who travels a lot. When traveling, I like to get through security before I do big breaks in sitting down and having long meals or returning long phone calls. Like, get through security so you know you're in.
It's a barrier. You know, there's often a long line and there's those things, and you just want to get through there, and then you're safe, and then you do all your stuff. I agree with you. That's how I normally am.
So we get to the airport, and everything is going smooth. And what are you getting all flexed and all worked out?
Sleeve, getting ready for my
And I wanted to just
counterattack.
get through security. Jenna was like, I'm dehydrated and I need electrolytes and I have to return some phone calls. And so she wanted to sit down. So I see security. It's right there. It's 100 feet away and there's no line. And we're TSA pre-checked. We get to fly through security. It's going to be amazing. And I see it. Jenna's like,
I had just poured electrolyte packets into my water, and we all know you can't take water through security. I just poured it in. And so I was like, well, let me just sit. It was like this much. I was like, let me just sit. And I had some immediate things, emails and phone calls that people were like waiting. And we were already late on it because the time changed. I was like, let me just sit here. There's no line at security. It's easy. We're right here. Like, it's like 20 feet away. I said, let me just finish my electrolytes and like get these calls made, and then we'll go through security.
Yeah. So she wants to sit down and she wants to sip electrolytes and return calls.
Psychotic, right?
No,
what a crazy
not
thing.
horrible, but I see I'm like, we can be through security so fast. This is going to be amazing. Can we do it in 3 minutes? And then you could sit down as long as you want and return calls as long as you want.
But then I would have to dump the electrolytes I had just prepared for myself.
Right. So there was that. So we decided to sit down and return phone calls and sip at our electrolyte water. Okay. So I decided to just stand aside because I didn't want to make her tense because I was like, I just want to be done with this and get through security. All right. So she returns her calls and sips her water. And some
of those calls had to do with you too.
They were all business calls.
They were kicking and screaming business calls.
They're not. None of it is discounting the importance of the calls. It was that it could have been done in 100 feet after the security of an airport. Because in my head, I was like, it's always good to just get through security. Okay. So then she finishes her calls, and I say, okay, so I'd like to, and I do it as I'm tense, but I'm trying to do it as nice as I can, and I say, honey, I'd really like to just get through security. Right? And I'm doing the smile face because I don't want to be a dick.
He's fake as shit, though, because you can tell he's
of
just
course. But I'm being polite because...
He's like animatronic Bodhi. Like, it wasn't genuine. It was total, like, animatronic.
This is my
Honey,
pillow.
Can we just get through security?
The security is only 300 feet through there. We can be through with no trouble at all. I would like to do this. So she's like... So I say, okay. I say, honey... I kind of just want to get through security. I did the, okay, honey. I just wanted to get through security. So she says, so then she gets kind of mean and she's like, I just want to sip my electrolytes and I don't understand what the rush is. So she says, I don't understand what the rush is. And I say, I try to start to talk. I say, it's not the things that I can't predict, or it's not the things that I can predict. And I went, forget it. And I walked away and I just stood by myself for a second.
With his shoulders like this.
Shoulders tensed. So Jenna decides. So this is Jenna. A few seconds later, phone scrolling. Oh honey, look at this video of Story, our oldest. Oh, look at this video, and she starts to play it in the airport. She wants me to watch like family videos being sent to us of the kids, and I think, what did I say? I think I said something like, let's just get through security. I think I put my foot down. Is that about right when that happened? So
I blocked your insanity out at that point.
Okay,
I don't
thank you for
remember what
that.
said.
Thank you. Okay, so we go up to security with our TSA pre-check, and as we get there, the guy says, "Oh, you know what? There's a problem with our machine.
They had to recalibrate it.
Recalibrate our machine. You're gonna have to go to the other line." And the other line, it's not horrible.
You still have to take out your computer, but you can leave your shoes on.
But then of course the other line was not nearly as smooth. Families with kids and old people, and then there was a girl that was questioning my TSA pre-check authority, and then she lectured me. She was really confusing. She said like, you can only get through one with that card, and I said no. The girl right there said we both can do it. She said, let me see your card. So we gave her the card, and then she said no, that your card. So I gave her my card, and I said, the girl said. She argued with me.
You're going to confuse every
I'm going to
listener.
confuse everybody. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Anyway, it ended up with her lecturing me saying, when I ask you a question, I just need the answer.
Sounds like me.
And
you. See, it's not just me.
No, she was insane. And I was like, okay, but I wanted to.
I like how logical people to you are insane.
I wanted to get a foghorn and just blow it in her face, but I just was like, sure, okay, good. So anyway, we got through security. And I got a little agitated because I didn't understand why she wouldn't just let me get through security and be done, and then she could make as many calls as she wants. But it wasn't worth talking about it. I'm already getting tense and nervous, and I can't relax. But it was fine. It was really our only fight in the whole trip. Would you agree? No, what's happening over there? What are you doing?
I'm just waiting for you to tell your story.
All right, go ahead.
I'm listening.
Yeah,
Playing with my chocolate. Listening. I was letting you tell your story.
No,
I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, go ahead. Now I want to hear yours.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Here, you have chocolate on your lip. No, the lip.
All right. I'm with you on just wanting to get through security. I would say that to any other friend I'm traveling with is, let's just get through security.
Yeah.
I'd have the exact same argument.
Yeah.
But security was empty, and I wanted to finish my electrolytes. I just poured my electrolytes.
Yeah.
That was my only thing, is I didn't want to pour 2 packages of electrolytes and then chuck my water and not drink it.
Makes sense.
And there was no line in security, and we're like 20 feet from security. So I just wanted to and I had those phone calls, which I could have made on the other side of security. I wanted to drink my electrolytes and not waste them. That's all it was.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad. I actually agree. I actually agree with you. I just wanted to get through security, and I let you have your way because it wasn't worth fighting about. But it just made me a little tense.
Well, I think you would have done the same thing. Like if you just poured electrolytes, you wouldn't have wanted to waste the electrolytes.
No, I would have, because I like to just get through security. Because I like to just
get through security is the theme here. I get you. Just get through security.
I just want to get through security.
Just get through security.
Security's so stupid at airports, and they're so ridiculous, and what they decide to check and what they don't, and where they decide to give you a hard time and not give you a hard time. They love to question every single old lady and overweight cowboy Midwesterner, but anyone that looks slightly
Don't go into racial profiling.
No. I said anyone that looks slightly threatening, they don't like to get in the way of.
No, I know. I see tons of dudes with earplugs and their hoodies that are
racial profiling.
No, there's skater, all kinds of races.
Whoa,
that have
earplugs. Only one type of people wear earplugs.
Yeah, you. When you're tired, you do your earplugs in your hood, and then you got your backpack. You look suspicious.
I always look suspicious.
You are suspicious.
I am suspicious. So that was it. We had a good vacation without any big fights.
I think it was just the degree of annoyance was you were at full tilt. The light was blinking on your ping pong. On your pinball machine. You were at full tilt.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I was like, do we really need to go there just because I want to drink my electrolytes and there's no line?
Right.
Like, if there was a big long line or it was like a real threat, I was like, yeah, I'd fuck the electrolytes. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But there wasn't. And then when people would arrive, it was like only ever like 10 people at a time. So I was like, we're fine on this side of security. So that's why I determined that. I just didn't totally like track with like the degree of your angst was like pretty extreme. So I was kind of just like, ugh.
In the moment, I couldn't articulate it, but now that I'm sitting here, I have a much better argument for it. And now I'm gonna say my argument.
Okay, I'd love to hear it.
Okay, you ever had security at airports where it's like there's no one there, and then the onrush of the new wave of flights?
Yeah, I know. But when there was that, it was only ever 20 people, so it wasn't ever full.
Right, but I didn't know if there was going to be like the 797 Airbus to China, where like 500 Chinese all get in the line, which happens sometimes, where it's like there's like the big Air New Zealand, Indonesian Airlines, and then all of a sudden like 7,000 people all just walk up and there's a line with tourist people and like, okay, everyone this way. Everyone
I
this
know
way.
what you're saying.
And I was like, is that going to happen? Because right now there's no one there. I'd love to just get through. And I had that worry that there was going to be like just a horde of people all with their shirts and
yeah, I understand it.
It's always like,
and they'd be old, so they'd go extra slow.
Yeah, and it would be like, we're part of the Xinjiang travel group, and it would be like the translator with the Chinese characters, and there would be 500 of them, and they would all like not know English and not know where they are, and it was going to be just like a clusterfuck.
Yeah,
and so I got worried, and I wanted to just fucking get through because I've seen that kind of thing happen at airports, and now I realize that's what I should have said. It's like, well, what if a foreign travel group comes through?
You know what I would have said?
But I couldn't articulate it. I was too tense and nervous.
Well, I even knew that.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
Okay.
But I thought, we're so close, I'd see them coming. And if I saw them coming, I'd be like, fuck that. I'd chuck my electrolytes.
Facing one way. What if the group, now I like that there's an actual group that was going to arrive any second. What if Xinjiang Airlines was about to come from that part?
Then you would have seen them coming and been like, hun, there's 700 people coming. And I've been like,
I'm just telling you, man.
Yeah, totes, let's go.
If you would, I'm telling you, man, because if Xinjiang had gotten on that that little fucking area first, we would have been fucked. Okay. So that was really all there was.
He had to take a walk afterwards. Like, we got through security, and he's like, his hands in his pockets, like, I'm gonna go take a walk. You want anything? You want some coffee? You want anything?
Good manners. Good.
Like
good bed.
Strained.
Good bedside manner. Good bedside manner. Smiled.
Yeah. But you've been using a lot of good self-discipline lately, I've noticed.
Thank you for acknowledging that.
But it's not like deep and totally like, but you're like,
it's
whatever.
Assuming the
it's
position.
It's good. You've been like, honey, can I get you anything?
Yeah. I think that's
and
better.
Like,
that's the first step of a happy marriage. Is like the first thing is just shut the fuck up and smile. Mm-hmm. That's step number one in a happy marriage. Shut the fuck up, smile. Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Yeah.
As you're getting rammed with no lubricant, with a spike
by
dildo.
each other's quirks and eccentricities.
Figurative spike dildos. You're like, thank you, sir. May I have another? Thank you, sir. May I have another? That's marriage. Thank you, sir. May I have another?
I guess, finding the right partner really has to do with just making sure you find one with the smallest spikes.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get rammed up the ass by each other's eccentricities and oddities and absurdities.
You know what, Jenna?
And you just got to find one with the smallest spikes.
Or ones
or get a bigger asshole.
You either find a partner with smaller spikes
or just shove some foam up your ass.
Or get a more gaping anus. That's what marriage is.
Pad up, baby.
Just pad up.
Pad up.
Get a bigger gaping anus, and it doesn't hurt as much. And you definitely don't want You definitely don't want a spouse with a barbed dildo where it goes one way, but going out just tears you up. Where it's like, oh, that feels so good.
That's the passive aggressive one.
That's passive aggressive.
Right.
That's right. Where it's like, oh yeah, ow. Oh yeah, ow. That's the passive aggressive spouse. Feels good going in, tears your ass up going out.
Yeah.
I know that I have a lot of quirks or things that make it hard to deal with. I don't think you realize that you are also slightly mercurial and not as easy as you think you are.
I know I am.
What do you think would be like? Because you think sometimes that I think you think that you're like a little fucking angel that flits around perfect is the easiest person in the world to get along with.
No,
You have waves and modes too, by the way.
I do.
Yeah.
They're nothing like yours.
Well, I think mine are more open. Your still waters runs deep. Like, you think it's just a calm current, but underneath there's things happening.
That's
And
women, though. That's just women.
But it's not as easy to navigate you as you think it is.
Give me an example.
Okay, this is hard because I didn't make a list of anything.
I know,
So,
but we've been together 26 years. I'm sure you
Okay.
can pull something out.
well,
Unless
you-
they're just all,
no
it's just
what?
too much to bear to look at.
No.
I'm sure you can find an example.
Well, okay. So like, let's see how I can articulate this.
Mm-hmm.
You sometimes in interacting with I feel like
Huh?
I don't want to get hit or bonked.
Don't worry.
It can be a little bit
Oh my God, just say it.
flighty.
Jesus Christ.
A bit flighty.
Yeah, what do you mean by flighty?
Like things
Like I
could
don't
be-
follow through or I bounce all over the place?
bounce and things can be left or forgotten, and I have to kind of watch behind you a little bit to make sure everything gets done. And that in itself is challenging because then I can't put my attention on my stuff. But that is
Well, this is what I've brought up before is what if you just put your attention on your stuff?
then I would get the
But how do you know that
because
something's not going to get done?
because the examples have shown me like I won't arrive on time or something will happen or an exit will be missed or any number
Because when
of
I'm
things.
driving and
Uh-huh.
I'm traveling, like I
Yeah.
don't have a single flap. Not one thing gets missed. I'm never late, and everything goes smooth. So why do you think?
Jenna, I do this too.
Oh wait,
but
look at your I just want to say it
did
was
I do it?
really condescending.
I did that. Okay, but
You're
okay.
like Jenna.
Okay, but wait a minute.
Like, fuck you.
You do call me up all on the phone, and we're like, and you say things like, "Oh, I missed my exit," all the time while we're talking.
Yeah,
on the
that's
phone.
when Story's driving. Oh, no. Do you know why I missed it the other day? Because
Why?
you were like
when
going on and on about all your thing. I was trying to go to the nail salon. I had a thing, and you were like, because I know, and you're like going on your thing, and I like missed my thing because of your shit,
And what
not
about
mine.
on the way back from the airport?
We were also talking about something, and I was on the left side, and I didn't have a fast track.
Okay. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to.
No, but it's like
I don't want to get on your case.
unusual. But those are like two things. Like, and both were unusual things. It's not
I don't
like
wanna
the
get on-
norm.
I don't want to get on your
You
case.
can get
about
on my case,
it. No,
please.
but
it's fun.
It's not worth getting on your case about. They're not. But I just think.
And the other
that
time I missed my exit is when my kid was like, "Mama wasn't." I turn and I look and I miss it because I'm distracted by my kid.
I've done that too. I've become a master at while driving doing 7 things. Like I could make a submarine sandwich, text someone, and drive at the same time.
Probably not something to
I know.
post about.
I know. Oh, you had.
But
that.
wait, I'm not done with the like me being flighty. Like
I know.
it didn't
I
go
don't-
anywhere. I want to
I'll tell you
explore
why.
that. I want you to really
Because
like,
I don't think that's the right thing. I think the point is that I
Well,
think.
what is your complaint?
Okay.
Let's
think,
be specific. Because you're like, you're not so easy either. And I was like, yeah, totally.
What it is getting.
But if you
to-
can't articulate it, I'm just going to give you a warning.
then it's fucked up.
No, it's just going to make you look like a dick. So
Yeah.
you better come up with something.
That's why I'm
I'm
hesitant.
just
to
giving
go-
you a chance to
Well,
come
that's
up
why I
with
tried to
something
change the
real.
subject. I was like trying to like, hey,
No, I want you to like come up with something real. Because if you're going to accuse me of something, you better like put forth the goods.
keeping track of things like that there's things to do. I have to chase you around to keep track of like what we're supposed to do because things get dropped.
Okay.
That's it. There's one. I don't want. That's all.
Yeah, I understand.
So
that.
I have to like really hound you down to go like, and it makes it's challenging.
So I don't know if the word would be flighty though,
Yeah. See, it didn't indicate to me either
because I don't know if. Yeah, I
because
get.
you're not a dingbat, so it's not that.
Right.
It's something different.
Could it be overwhelm and overwork?
I would
Not because of you, just how much I have going on. Like there's certain things like the triage is like a constant challenge with me because of the amount. But I don't know if I think that you don't think that I have as much coming into my inbox.
You always say that.
Well,
You
I
always
do
say that.
because
You always say I don't think, but I don't. There's no. That doesn't lead to anything. Because would the answer be that I know more about what you have to do?
no, I just think it would be like, oh wow, I guess I could see why that's hard to, because there's certain things. Here's an example. Like I don't know if it's that you have to chase me around all the time. Like 2 emails will come in that involve both of us.
Yeah.
And you call me because it might be also your reaction to certain things.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like you might have a more extreme and feverish reaction to things than I do. And you think I'm dropping it or not going to be on it. Because you'll call me and go, we have so much to go over. I need to sit down with you. We need to sit down. Like there's a lot to go over. Like, okay, I need to get you. I need you. I need you.
Yeah.
And it's 2 emails that takes us 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But that happened recently.
It takes us a week to get to them.
No, it had just come in that day.
Oh, well,
it had just come in that day.
All right.
And so I'm just saying, like, sometimes something will come in, and then if there's, like, something in the email that you don't fully get, you go, there's a whole thing. There's like a whole thing.
Did you see that little smile there? Because you think, and you're right, I sometimes don't fully get things because I breeze through.
Right, but then it makes you think it's some big complex issue. And then you give me your problem. And then I confront it. I sit there and I look at it and I'm like, they just want to know blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh. And then we're done literally in 10 minutes. And it was this whole big Hazarai that you needed to get me to sit down to get through things because there's stuff building up.
Okay.
So that's happened a lot lately.
Okay. You know what
so
else?
it might be like you have to chase me down. I do admit, like in the past, you've had to chase me down for things. But I feel like I stay pretty on it these days. So I don't. So it might be a blend of like some of my past ways mixed with you feel things have to be done a certain way, and I operate differently. Mixed with it's like a recipe. This is like the recipe with a dash of you not fully reading the email or feeling overwhelmed by it and then feeling like it's a big significant rush that's hard to confront and we need to sit down together to get through it.
I wonder if most of our listeners are in yin and yang relationships.
We are so.
Are you yin and yang, Mo? Because we are yin and yang. The way we go about things is different.
100% different.
Like we don't have the same things and we only have like
I feel like we could
few
like
core things in
let's
common.
say that there's some things on the to-do list, right? We got some things to go over. All right.
Hold your mic a little closer.
And we get it done. We sit.
Okay.
We get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah. The same thing.
Yeah.
I feel like you go, oh God. Okay, well, we got to sit down and we got to do this thing. Look at all of this. Look at all of this that we have to do. We have all of this. Now, how can we... God, I'm hungry. Let me get some chocolate. Okay, wait, can you turn the tea kettle on? I got to get the tea. All right. Okay, now what are we going to do about this? The exact same things.
Interesting.
So I feel like life to you may feel a certain way because you're creating a Hazarai for yourself. And I think that you are so brilliant and capable and that you're just like a little like needing to make things more dramatic than they are so that you feel like you're really living a game when like you don't.
I think you just described you perfectly.
I don't do that anymore. Have you noticed? Did you see the last few days I've had? Have you noticed not one blip on the radar hardly?
No, in the last few days we had an amazing time in Hawaii.
Yeah, but everything I've been doing the last 2 days, did you notice me like...
Well, wait, you're talking about after 26 years, you're talking about the last 2 days?
Well, let's stay in the present with each other. No, the whole last week that I've had. Did you know I filmed in New York, landed in LAX, went straight to Disneyland.
Yeah, that was amazing.
And was nothing but happy and wonderful.
That was amazing.
Right?
Yeah.
Like there's some good stuff happening with me.
Yeah, that was
lately.
amazing.
Like I think I've changed.
Yeah, that was amazing. And
I think I used to be absolutely how I just described you.
Okay, good. And
I used to be like ridiculously dramatic.
Yeah.
I'd walk around just in a constant overwhelm about the stuff that you...
That wasn't the case.
Like, I don't do that. It's actually changed.
Totally. And I was good in Hawaii. I was pleasurable and relaxed. I wasn't rushing you to do things continually.
Hey, we're getting better.
Fuck. So progress, right?
Yeah, it's progress.
So the marriage may work.
I did think about divorcing you, though, this week once.
Ridiculous.
I can't remember what it was about.
Ridiculous.
That's just my go-to. Like, it's not like, oh, God, we got to talk this through. I just get like, oh, fuck, I'm over it.
What? What?
I don't remember. I got annoyed. I had done something wrong, and then I was judging you. And then
we only had the one fight.
You.
Then we got into the actual fight once we got back.
I don't even remember that.
In the bathroom, we got into a fight.
Oh.
It was about...
Oh, it's because you misunderstood.
What was it again?
So I had a crazy day yesterday. Like crazy. It was crazy. And I woke up at 6:15 in the morning. We landed late at LAX and got to bed at midnight. I woke up at 6:15 because that's what I had to do to get stuff done. And so I'm getting everything done for the day. And then you woke up at like 8:30 and then you're like, do you need any help with anything? And I was like, actually, in 10 minutes, I will.
Right. It was do you need help with anything? No. That was what the fight was about.
It was. So he says, do you need help with anything, honey? And I was like, you know what? In 10 minutes, I will.
I don't remember that.
And you said, okay, cool. Or okay.
I don't remember her saying in 10 minutes you will.
Right, because you didn't really mean to offer help. You're just throwing the phrase out there to make yourself sound good.
Well, then I realized once I got up how much was going on and how much I had to do too.
Yeah, and then you didn't want to help me because you needed to get stuff done yourself.
I started to get worried about how much I had to do, so I wanted to get up to the office to get that done. And then you wanted help carrying things from downstairs,
when you thought
I had a misunderstanding. I thought it was like,
you had a misunderstanding and thought I was this big, huge load of big stuff I needed carried up from the basement.
No, there was going to be a whole move, like lifting, like rearranging the whole storage area to get to what you needed.
No, I had already had prediction and estimation and got that handled for myself, which if you think back, I'm actually proud of myself.
Yeah, you did great.
If you think back, you would have been like, why didn't you have her prep it for you?
No, you did amazing.
And I did that.
I thought about that.
Like, I've been handling my shit,
I thought about it. I thought about how well done it was. I just got frustrated that you got mad at me that I had stuff to do.
Right, but did you ever actually get that why I would get mad? From what I knew, I wanted you to carry some garment bags to the car from downstairs.
Well, no, because you
offered help, and then he was like, too busy.
No. Like, that's not what happened. That's not what happened.
Yes, I said, can you carry the garment bags? And you were like,
no.
And I said, never mind, I'll do it. And you were like, no.
That's not what happened.
Oh, what happened?
You said, can you help me now? I need help carrying these garment bags from downstairs.
Which you thought was a giant thing.
Which I thought was a giant thing.
Which I understand why you would then have a problem, by the way.
Went, okay. And I took that slight breath. You saw me take that slight breath, and you went, never mind, and you huffed off.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yes.
You didn't then check to see, do you have something else you need to do now? You got huffy.
Yes, because you offered your help.
And I still was doing it. I said, okay, but I took a slight breath.
Oh, yeah. The
breath.
Do you know how much was in that breath?
Because I started to get worried about how much I have to do.
Right.
Oh, my God. We sound like we're ambassadors to a country that's having a worldwide crisis. This is the lamest thing in the fucking world. We are so in our own fucking ridiculous heads.
No.
We're in our heads.
No, but people have these arguments every day, married couples. It's the slight breath that I went, oh, my God. From my point of view, all I needed was for you to carry some hanging garments from downstairs. And I'm like, fuck you. Why can't you just go downstairs? Like, you're standing here. Like, it literally will take you 1.5 minutes. So from my point of view, I got annoyed. I think that's understandable. From your point of view, you thought it was a whole dealio I wanted you to do. And that's understandable from what your point of view was. So I get it.
Okay, Jenna.
What? No, I really get it.
I'm teasing.
I get you.
Yeah, I just didn't want you to get...
But at the time, I didn't know you had a misunderstanding.
I didn't want you to get huffy with me. You got huffy. You got huffy for a while, and that's what upset me.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
If you didn't have the misunderstanding...
Yeah.
And you understood properly, I just needed you to carry a few garment bags.
Yeah.
Would you have done it?
Yeah.
Or would you have still been in your problem?
No, I would have... it's just carrying something up wouldn't have been an issue.
Right.
I thought it was...
So from my point of view, though...
But then you should...
But do you see, you said it wouldn't have been an issue. So then I see someone having an issue with something that shouldn't be an issue.
But that's not logical. I'm telling you, this is what I talked about in the fight. You can't get mad at somebody without checking. You can't do that. Otherwise, you'll always get in arguments because you'll always say, well, I thought it was something else. You have to go before I get mad.
So I have to explore.
You have to before you get mad.
Query and question and
yes. Because you got mad because you assumed something.
I see.
You should have, if you're going to get mad at me and be huffy all morning, that you were huffy all morning, you should have said, before I get mad, let me just check. You said you were going to help, and then you seemed to take a breath when I asked for your help. I just want to check before I get mad. Is that what happened? And I would have said, oh, no, I thought that there was something, a whole thing, but I guess there wasn't. So then you wouldn't have been able to, you wouldn't have, you wouldn't have gotten mad.
Oh.
Check
Is that how the conversation would have gone, though?
I don't know. We'll try it.
So you think that it's big, giant, huge thing, okay? So that's your viewpoint.
Yeah, I thought it was a huge moving thing.
I'm sitting here going, what the fuck are you backing off with that something's going to take you 1 minute?
Yeah, but you know how would I... Okay.
So I'm just establishing our point of view.
Okay, great.
So you're like, take your big breath.
Yeah, I take.
And I'm like, okay, before I get mad.
Yeah.
You said can you help? And then I said yes in 10 minutes, and then now you're backing off of it. Before I get mad, what's happening?
No, it would have been. It's not. It's just lifting something from downstairs.
Well, how do I know that you have a misunderstanding?
Well, you have to.
Why would I even think to ask that?
Because you said that you were mad that I wasn't willing to help you with such an easy thing that I'd promised I would help with.
Okay.
So that's your.
So if I said
clarify your reality
before I get mad at you, like, what's the problem? I need you to carry 2 little things up.
Clarify your reality. Yeah.
So wait, I'm doing that. We're practicing this.
Oh, okay.
So
we're doing it.
So this is
Okay.
you told
This is
me
us.
how you want me to do it. So
Yeah.
now I'm practicing doing it to see how it would play
Sorry,
out.
I'm slow on improv. Go ahead.
Okay. So before I get mad,
Yeah.
something's not totally gelling with me.
Okay, what's happening?
Well, you offered your help, and then now you're not helping.
Oh, I just have a lot that I have to do, and
I know, but it's carrying 2 little garment bags from downstairs.
No, but there's the whole. It's not. There's a whole storage thing. It's way behind.
No, I already did all that.
Oh,
it's
that's
just
already
the
done?
clothes I picked out. I need you to carry into the car.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll get on it right now.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll clarify before I think about divorce.
Dude, please, would you really?
Yeah, I will.
Clarify.
I will.
Just fucking clarify what you get upset. Because you get mad at me so fast.
I do.
And you don't clarify what's
do.
happening, and you don't, and
do.
I don't know your reality. And then we decide later that it was a misunderstanding.
Right.
Happens all the time.
Yes.
You're just agreeing with me.
No, I actually agree with you.